call one of my guys. It's at 9 a.m. He's in Arizona. I'm like, hey, Miguel. He's like, what's up? I need you to be in Vegas in 2 hours. Can you make about 12? He's like, shit. Let me see what I can do. He goes, but I got you. I will be there no matter what happens. No ticket, no nothing. Goes to the airport, buys the ticket on the spot. 12:30 is here by the time we land. Boom, we go to the meeting. We knock out the deal and everything's done.
Wow. All right, guys. Amrinder Kamboj here today. What a name. What a name. And you're killing it in business, right?
Yeah, it's we've been in business. Well, I've been doing business since I was 20 years old. Well, if I take it further, my dad, immigrant, comes in here with nothing. And then from there, struggles a little bit, works, and then starts his business when the gas station business. Yeah, we're all in the gas station business, all the stereotype, right? And then from there, when I was 20 years old, I got an opportunity to buy a GNC franchisee, started my entrepreneurship there. And then from there, just pivoted ways. And now we're 15 companies deep, 15 countries, doing multiple different things with multiple like-minded savage people like you.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So your intro to business was first buying a company?
Yeah. So not buying a company, it was more so of being a franchisee. So started that when I was 20 years old, built that, and then in 2018 pivoted. GNC wasn't doing too well, so pivoted, got into the e-commerce space, and then from there just built so many different other companies, built like an ecosystem out of there, and then got people to invest from small, medium, large, which opened a lot more doors. Now we're in so many other vehicles, and we're just shaking hands.
Yeah.
And there's having normal conversation with people, and then we just bring our infrastructure, they bring their infrastructure, and then we go from there.
I've noticed being able to pivot is a really important skill in business.
100%. The thing is, what got you here today is not going to get you there tomorrow. Everybody needs to understand that, right? And there's different strategies when it comes to going from 0 to $1 million, right? $1 million in revenue.
Yeah.
And 1 million to 3 million in revenue, there's a different strategy. 3 to 8, and then 8 to 12, and then 12 to 25, and then 25 is a big jump to 50, and then 50 to 75, and then 100 million. Right? It's a different strategy every single time. Your leadership board team changes. Your marketing team changes. Everything just changes. Your accounting, the whole thing changes, So a lot of people, they give, the reason why a lot of business owners, I feel like they fail is they don't understand that pivot point. You might have a product or service that you're providing. It might be working, but imagine this. Recently, what's the biggest buzz that's been going out? AI. Correct. Right? So if your business today, if you're not pivoting, you're still doing it in an older way, like the old method that you've been doing for the past 5 or 6 years, you're going to get swamped by somebody who just starts a brand new company, right? And then integrates AI in the same amount of space that you're in, you're going to be destroyed.
Absolutely. I'm studying NVIDIA right now, and they started off as a gaming company. NVIDIA.
NVIDIA. Yes.
Crazy, right? And now they're known as like an AI chip company.
Yeah, they're the number 1 AI chip company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of that, I don't know how much luck is involved, but they were also first to market, I think, for AI chips.
I believe so. I'm not sure about that. That's the other thing is a lot of business owners, they're not always looking for other markets. There's horizontals in business and there's verticals in business. You've got to be looking at that stuff. So right now you're in the podcast business, right?
Yeah.
So you're in the podcast business, but have you thought about getting into other verticals as well too? I'm pretty sure you're a smart dude. I know you have.
I am, yeah. I'm thinking about the agency route, signing shows under me.
There you go. And then you just said something about AI. I'm pretty sure you're working something with AI, bringing it out to the market with AI. That is the key thing that a lot of business owners are not doing. If they're in one business, they stick to one business.
Yeah.
I know a lot of friends who are in trucking companies. They're struggling right now because trucking is so expensive. It's not doing so well. But the thing is, if you've been doing the same thing for 5 to 10 to 20 years, you're setting yourself a failure. Think about it.
Yep.
If you're not pivoting and moving and all that jazz, getting, partying with other people, investing in other vehicles, you got to be researching all the time. What's the point of you having a phone and not able to have the resources in your pocket? The number one thing is on your phone. Especially now with ChatGPT, plug whatever question you have and find out the verticals, horizontals, your SOPs, KPIs, everything's done like this.
Absolutely.
Instantaneously.
I think AI might replace trucking, man.
I believe so. Yeah. When it comes to the operations, definitely that's going to happen in a year or two.
Yeah.
When it comes to the driving aspect of it might take a little bit longer because obviously, Nikola, I think it's called Nikolai or something. Tesla tried it too. And there's a trucking company called Nikolai. They tried to do it. And it wasn't as successful. Like they said, from my understanding is all the vehicles on the road, they have to be autonomous for the trucking route to work autonomous as well too.
I could see that. Well, there's Waymo, which is blowing up right now, self-driving cars. They're rolling it out everywhere.
Oh my God. Last time we went to Arizona,
All right, guys, Sean Kelly here, host of the Digital Social Hour podcast. Just filmed 33 amazing episodes at Student Action Summit. Shout out to Code Health, sponsor of these episodes, but also I took them before filming each day. Felt amazing. Just filmed 20 episodes straight and I'm not even tired, honestly. So Code Health, amazing products. I also take these at home, especially when I traveled. I used to get sick every time I flew, and I started taking that. First time, I haven't had a runny nose, knock on wood. One standout element, it's so easy. You got the travel pack here, but you could just take this, fit it in your pocket if you need to. Also, all natural, like only saline solution in there. So you don't got to worry about any crazy side effects or anything. Yeah, Code's unique. With supplements, there's a lot of who knows what's in those ingredients. Code Health, I haven't seen much like this, where it's just based off the codes that are in the saline solution. So I would say they're very unique. It's going to be the future of health and medicine. Code Health has been awesome.
Feel the drop and go code yourself.
flew in and we went to go get dinner with the team. And I see these cars. So I'm asking one of my guys, Miguel, I'm like, is that seriously just a self-driven car? He's like, yeah, it's by Jaguar. It's called Waymo. It's so popular here. I'm like, would you trust yourself in there? He's like, no. Have you done it? He goes, no. I was like, I don't know why I want to give it a shot. He goes, apparently it's really safe. So then one of the days we tried it out, it's actually pretty impressive what technologies they've built.
It's impressive, man. I tried it out in San Francisco. I think that's where they launched, right? On the West Coast. And it was cheaper than Uber and no one bothers you. Sometimes Uber drivers are annoying, let's be honest. But yeah, I mean, from a business point of view, it makes sense. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm down to save money.
Yeah. The other thing is convenience is the biggest part of things too. Like Uber's convenient as well. The thing about Waymo is I think it's a starting point for the autonomous stuff to begin. Yeah. So they're smart. Jaguar is really smart or partnering up with the Waymo. Look at all the database that they're going to have, which is going towards the future of autonomous.
Well, they're saying Elon's doing that with Tesla too. That's his plan.
Yeah. So from my understanding, what Elon's trying to do with the whole Tesla thing is completely get rid of all of his employees in the factories and make every factory on planet Earth AI driven.
Bezos is already starting.
Yep. Isn't it funny how Bezos and Elon, they kind of they're like in a competition, right?
Yeah. Those guys are playing chess out here.
Yeah, man.
They're competing in space and AI and multiple verticals.
It's crazy to me because some of the people that I talk to and I have a conversation, they're always just struggling on their day-to-day things, trying to make money, trying to take care of kids. What else? Business, XYZ, right? And I'm like, dude, what are you complaining about? You still have the same 24 hours like Elon Musk. Elon Musk goes over here trying to put people on the moon, right?
On Mars.
Or sorry, Mars. Why did I say moon? So on Mars. So he's trying to put civilization on Mars. She's figuring that out. And he runs the most successful companies on planet Earth. And you're over here complaining about the smallest little things, like just it's all about efficiency.
Yeah.
How efficient people are. And then on top of that, acting with intent. That's the biggest thing.
I'm not a fan of complaining. I cut people out of my life if they complain too much, actually. Because it rubs off on you.
100%. Yeah. You're just going to be that same person in the circle of your surroundings.
Absolutely.
And that's the biggest other key thing that I've done in the past few years. A lot of my family members, a lot of friends, changed them all up. And that's opened so many doors because it changes your mindset. When I was over here talking to somebody who's never ran a business, hey, bro, what do you think about this? Yada, yada, yada. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And then I was like, one of the days, like, slapped me in my face. I'm like, why am I asking you? He's never, ever, ever ran a business.
Right.
It makes zero sense. Why don't I ask somebody who actually ran a business, done it, trialed and everything? I was like, boom, that was a lesson learned right there. It's like, be very careful where you get your information from as well.
Absolutely.
And
then people will say you change, but isn't that a good thing?
We're supposed to change. We're supposed to develop. We're supposed to grow. Think about it. It's like when we're kids, we're curious to learn. We're curious to do things. And then slowly we're growing. We're changing. Our environments are changing. We're changing the way we think and process information as well too. We're supposed to grow and we're supposed to change. If you're stagnant for 5 or 10 years, you might as well just be dead beat.
Absolutely.
There's some people I've talked to. So in the gas station business, when I was helping my dad for, I think, a year or two, I only helped him for a few years. I couldn't do it. And some of the conversations these employees, these customers that were having with me, they've been in the same job for 20 years. They've never went up or down, leveled up or downgraded. 20 years. How can you live the same life for 20 years, be in the same city with 20 years, with the same friends as 20 years? It makes zero sense. And they're always complaining about what? I'm dead broke.
I can't live like that. I need growth. I need change. I move cities every few years.
Yeah. And that brings back to like what my pivoting point was in 2018. So basically, I got the GNCs going, but they're not doing too well. Okay. And then from there, I'm helping my.
The Tri-Light from Therasage is no joke. Medical grade red and near infrared light with 3 frequencies per light, deep healing, real results, and totally portable. It's legit. Photo biomodulation tech in a flexible on-body panel. This is the Tri-Light from Therasage and it's next level red light therapy. It's got 118 high-powered polychromatic lights, each delivering 3 healing frequencies, red and near infrared from 580 to 980 nanometers. Optimal penetration, enhanced energy, skin rejuvenation, pain relief, better performance, quicker recovery, and so much more. Therasage has been leading the game for over 25 years, and this panel is FDA listed and USB powered. Ultra soft and flexible and ultra portable. On-body red light therapy I use daily and I take it everywhere I travel. This is the Thera O3 ozone module from Therasage. It's a portable ozone and negative ion therapy in one. It boosts oxygen, clears and sanitizes the air, and even helps your mood. It's a total game changer at home or on the go. This little device is the Thera O3 ozone module by Therasage, and it's one of my favorite wellness tools. In the sauna, it boosts ozone absorption through your skin up to 10 times, oxygenating your blood and supporting deep detox. Outside the sauna, it purifies the air, killing germs, bacteria, viruses, and mold, and it improves mood and sleep with negative ion therapy. It's compact, rechargeable, and perfect for travel, planes, offices, hotel rooms, you name it. It's like carrying clean energy wherever you go. This is the Thera H2 Go from Therasage, the only bottle with molecular hydrogen structured water and red light in one. It hydrates, energizes, and detoxes water upgraded. The Thera H2 Go from Therasage isn't just a water bottle. It's next level hydration. It infuses your water with molecular hydrogen, one of the most powerful antioxidants out there. That means less oxidative stress, more energy, and faster recovery. But here's what makes it stand out. It's the only bottle that also structures your water and adds red light to supercharge it. It's sleek, portable, and honestly, I don't go anywhere without it.
Dad with the gas stations, and I'm trying to do more in life. My dad's like, this is fine. The gas stations, we can just, run this and everything, but I'm just not happy. I know I'm capable to do more. Like, I love challenges.
Mm-hmm.
It's challenge. It's just the adrenaline rush when I have challenge. It's crazy because that's how we learn and that's how we develop. When we struggle, we fail. The challenge comes to you, right? The bigger the challenge, the more fear. But that's what people need to learn as well too. Fear is a good thing because when you talk about comfort and we're doing the same thing over and over and over again, your body's familiar with that. Your mind's trying to protect that. But when do we grow? It's fear, right? So then in 2018, I was like, I need to do something else. I got into e-commerce space. And then from there, it just pivoted. Basically, I changed completely of the way my mindset was. And I was just like, okay, I'm obviously doing something wrong here. Dad's successful. How do I become successful? Dad's model that he taught me isn't working for me. I need to find somebody who's hyper successful. And then I found people with jets, cars, all this other jazz. Like, how the heck are they doing it? And then what happens? YouTube, podcast, boom, on my phone, listen to podcasts, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Patrick Medina, Alex Ramosi, all these guys, just putting all that information, rewiring my brain and how they're talking, how they're collaborating, everything. Boom, everything just changed like that, instantaneous.
Wow.
And it literally, dude, within a year. So imagine this, 2018, we're in 2025. From there, barely making it to now over $500 million in revenue and over 15 other companies, multiple transactions. I'm a board member of 25 other companies.
Holy crap.
Other companies. We scaled companies really fast. Recently, there's a company that we started in January. We did 20 million in revenue, in about 120 days or 140 days. Insane, right? But how? The number one key thing that business owners fail is they stop asking questions and they stop the curiosity. You should never stop that no matter what happens.
Always be learning, right?
Always be learning. As kids, doctors, lawyers, CPAs piss me the shit off. They do. They stop learning. They always give you the best advice. I'm pretty sure, dude, Sean, like they probably give you your CPA. If he's not a good CPA, like he's probably give you like, go get a car and we'll save this much taxes. But he's never said, hey, if we move this money here, put this into, we buy this, XYZ, yada, yada, yada. You become an equity holder over here, blah, blah, blah. Boom, by the end of the year, boom, this is what we're going to get done. Like, think about it.
I'm on my 3rd CPA. I just found out the other day that my first one, I lost 7 figures. Yeah.
Because
he didn't write off the proper things or he didn't know certain write-offs.
So then let me ask you this question. The CPAs that you're looking for, okay, what qualifications are you looking for?
I need them to constantly be learning because there's all these new incentives coming out. Like my old CPA, I never applied for ERC. I never applied for any grants, nothing, because he didn't even know about it or care to do the research.
Okay. Then the number one question I would ask any CPA any CPA is in your portfolio, whoever you're helping out. What's the
I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the show a lot with the algorithm. Thank you.
most amount of revenue that your business owner does, the business owner? Okay. Second thing is, what's the most amount of taxes he's paid? Right? He's going to say question. NDA, non-disclosure. I'm not talking about any names or anything like that. I'm just talking about he did $100 million in revenue, and this is how much he paid in taxes. And that's it. Third thing is, what's the tax? How much tax did you pay? Think about it. If he's your CPA and he's paying a lot of taxes, how the heck is he going to help you?
Yeah,
right?
That should be a no-brainer question.
Yeah. And the fourth thing is, what do you know about legal entities and structures? CPA needs to be working for you, not for the IRS. And 98%, you're talking about 3 CPAs? I talked to over 100 CPAs.
Jeez.
So we created our own company, right? Just to help people out. And then from there, basically, CPAs do this thing wrong. What they do is in the beginning of the year, they talk to you for a little bit. At the end of the day, they file your taxes, and then that's it. But what CPA should be doing is, depending on the revenue you're doing, right? Let's just say you're doing about 25 million. Why aren't you having a conversation with Sean every month going through his financials so you can pivot point? So what we do is in our company, Kamboj Advisory, in January, we do basically, okay, Sean, where do you want to go? You did 25 million, let's just say last year. You want to get to 30, 40, 50 million? Okay, bam, here's December 31st, 50 million in revenue. This is how much we're projected to forecast, right? Now we have a full plan. It's only January 1st or 2nd, let's just say the first week. We have a full plan. You know the plan, I know the plan. Then from there, we do a monthly calls, right? To understand, are we still on the plan or not? Are we doing more or less? Then now we have pivot points of where your money should go so we're not paying any taxes or anything like that, right? That's what a CPA should do. Not see at the end of the year when it's too late.
Yeah, can't write off anything by then.
Nothing. You can't do anything. You can't change nothing. But if you have the data matrix and you have, this is the same thing with business, bro. It's like if you have the data analytics, you have the data matrix, and you know exactly where you're going in 5 years, right? You have it all planned out and everything. You can pivot. Going back to the same thing we're talking about, pivoting is the biggest key success ingredient.
Absolutely.
You know?
My first one didn't even know how to set up a trust.
He's not a CPA, bro. He's just an order taker. He's just an accountant.
Crazy, man. Yeah, there's once I found out Trump pays nothing in taxes, it made me think about how I'm doing things.
So in 2020, when COVID happened, we made so much money because everybody was buying online.
Yeah.
Right. And that's when I paid the most amount of taxes. And that's when one of the videos popped up on YouTube and it says something about Trump that pays no taxes. I'm like, okay, I'm doing this thing wrong and I'm never, ever going to pay taxes again. Boom, open up the books, learn so much about taxes. Bam, just from there, just started educating CPAs of how to do things.
You were educating them?
I swear to God, bro.
I love it.
Yeah, I swear to God, because they stopped learning. You know, and then when you're in a business and you see all these other things that are happening, all that kind of stuff, your mind starts going, what can I do? You start talking to your business owner friends. What are they doing? The CPA is just doing this. He clocks in, clocks out pretty much.
Yep.
You know, that's the reason why I asked that first question. In your portfolio, when you're talking to your CPA, ask them the number one question. In your portfolio, what's the top amount of revenue this client, what's the number one client you have? What's the top amount of revenue? I don't need to know the name. I just need to know the revenue. And it has to be legit. Don't bullshit me. Because if you're doing 25 million and your CPA, the top revenue is you have the wrong CPA, bro.
Yeah. You want to be the smallest, right?
Exactly is what I'm saying. So that's why you need to know that number. Like to say you want to be the dumbest person in the room. You got to be the dumbest person on the table. Same thing, bro. You need to be the dumbest person in your organization as well, too. That's it. You know?
Yeah.
And that's the other thing a lot of business owners, when I'm coaching them, when I'm talking to them, that's the number one thing that they're lacking as well. They're always the smartest one. They're the ones doing all the work. They're the one giving the direction. They're the one telling what the next thing to do. Dude, you come to my door, my guys, they know, do not give Amrinder a freaking problem. You need to come with a problem solution and then exactly what we're going to do. And he's going to tell you, and then we're just going to debate. That's the biggest thing I love doing in my company is we start debating. So it's Sean, if you come to me, you have like, hey, Amrinder, we have a problem, boss. Okay. And I'm like, okay. I'm just going to sit there and be like, okay, what are you going to do about it? Right? I don't know. That's why I'm coming here for you. You're fired, dude. Get the hell out of here. I don't need people with problems. I need problem solvers. I'm over there dealing with a lot of things, right? You come here with solutions. That's what we're talking about. Then what we do is bring 3 or 4 other people in there with different mindsets, right? From the same organization, from the same group. Then we're like, okay, this is what we got. It's a 3-1-3 rule, bro. What's your problem? What's the 3 solutions you have? And out of those 3 solutions, what's the best solution you think is going to be? Write it on the board.
Mm.
And now everybody, let's debate.
I love that. Yeah, because
Right?
a lot of people just come with problems and then it gives you anxiety.
Yeah. I'm the CEO of the company. You don't come with me to the problems. You come with let's just talk about your company. Your head of director of marketing comes in. Sean, we got a problem. Our reviews are dropping.
Mm.
You're like, Sean has 50 other things to do in his head. He should be focusing on growth, right?
Yeah.
The marketing director should be finding out, how can we fix this, right? But then the next day he comes in, he goes, Sean, okay, so this is the problem that we're having. Our views are not as high as what it used to be. I'm thinking it could be this. I think we should do X, Y, Z to solve this. What do you think?
Mm.
That's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Completely different conversation.
No, I love that. This reminds me, I saw a clip of, Dan Martell?
Yeah.
Saw a clip of him last night. When he hires someone, he doesn't tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Same here.
Like they have to tell him what they're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So when we hire, it's a little different process. When we hire I want them, when they come in, we just talk about life. The first question I ask is, what's your 5-year plan? What do you want to be? Some people will be like, we're so conditioned to have a resume, bro. Ever since I was 20 years old up until now, you can ask all my guys. I'm 32 now. And all those years, I haven't looked at one resume.
Wow.
Swear to God. Not one resume.
Doesn't matter to you?
To me, it doesn't. Because there's a reason. Here's the reason. It's a piece of paper. You can lie on a piece of paper, right? Put that to the side. Let's just have a conversation. Right? Because right there, I can look to you directly in the eye. I can know if you're bullshitting, you're telling me the truth, and if you're going to be the right person, right? The first thing I ask is as soon as you sit down with me, okay, what's your 5-year plan? Right? Like, I want to help your company go X, Y, Z. No. Then I put my hand, I'm like, no. What's your 5-year plan? You don't have to worry about me and my company. You haven't even joined yet.
Yeah.
That's my baby. I'll take care of my company. What's your 5-year plan? And the only thing I'm trying to see is, where does his headspace go when I ask him the 5 years? So if I ask Sean, I already know you have a 5-year plan.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, Sean, what's your 5-year plan? This is where I'm going. This is what I'm going to do. Yada, yada, yada. This is my house. This is my lady. This is my car. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Now I'm like, okay, Sean is, dude, the biggest saying I always say is, the most disciplined man on planet Earth is the one who's disciplined, determined, and knows exactly where he's going. And that's the reason why you got to ask that question as well. It doesn't matter if it's your person you're hiring. It doesn't matter if it's somebody you're partnering up with. You're having a conversation, just ask them a question. Simple. It's a simple question. Where are you trying to go in the next 5 years?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do in the next 5 years?
Is it a red flag if they don't know that answer?
100%. Especially if they're going to work for you. Think about it. If they don't have a 5-year plan, how are you going to help me run my organization if you don't even know where you want to go? Right? So then we put a pause. I'm like, go talk to him. First, you have a 5-year plan. Let's dissect everything on paper. Let's work on you first. Then we'll work together. If you're still trying to figure yourself out, how are you going to work with me and my speed? We work fast and we're aggressive.
Yeah.
You're not going to last. But if you know exactly where you're going and then that aligns where I want to go, then let's work together.
I love that. I just had Bedros Koulian on. He said he doesn't work with undisciplined men.
There you go. Same thing. Discipline, determined, and know exactly where they want to go. That's what matters.
Yeah. He said that's the biggest red flag if you can't even trust the person.
Yeah, exactly. So that's really important to me. Second thing, and what I would ask is standards. What are your standards? What do you stand for? I stand for, me. I like to be nicely dressed. Everybody in my company, they like to be nicely dressed, have suit, well groomed, and all that. That's my standard. So if you wanna, you wanna be more chill, more relaxed, sorry, you're not gonna be able to work with me. Oh, you want a 9-to-5 type of job, clock out, have Saturdays, Sundays off, you're not gonna be able to work for me. Oh, if I call you at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. for something you can't answer, you can't work for me. If I tell you, hey, you got to be here for a meeting and you only got 2 hours to get to Vegas, and this happens all the time. Well, the other day we had to come to Vegas for something, and I called one of my guys. It's 9 a.m. He's in Arizona. I'm like, hey, Miguel. He's like, what's up? I need you to be in Vegas in 2 hours. Can you make it by 12? He's like, shit. Let me see what I can do. He goes, but I got you. I will be there no matter what happens. No ticket, no nothing. Goes to the airport, buys the ticket on the spot, 12:30, is here by the time we land. Boom, we go to the meeting, we knock out the deal and everything done.
Wow.
Bro, we're fast. That's how great. That's what I'm saying. He knows exactly where we're going. He knows exactly how I operate. There's no yes. He just told his lady, pack my bags, I'm going for a day and I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, babe, bye. Boom.
Yeah. Entrepreneur lifestyle is unpredictable.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never know when you get called to fly out somewhere. It could be the day before. It could be the day of, like you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool culture you built, for real.
Yeah, it's the culture is very fast, very aggressive. It's very we thrive off of hospitality.
Mhm.
You know, we take whoever comes to the office, that we take care of them. If you know, if you're one of our clients or if you're one of our partners or if you know you and we know it's your birthday, we make sure we take care of you. You know, that's just one of the cultures. It's human.
Yeah.
You know, and then I don't even have 1-800 number for any of my companies.
Damn.
If you need something get done, there's an iPhone, an iMessage, you talk directly to whoever you need to. You have everybody's number. You have everybody's access. If that doesn't answer, you talk to somebody else in the company. But you have everybody's number.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I like that. To think about it. How many times have you called somebody, you dial a 1-800 number, dial 1 for this, dial 1 3 for this, and then you're just waiting for a simple answer. What about if I just say, hey, Sean, when is that podcast going to be released? 2 minutes there, boom, it'll be released XYZ date. Done.
Yeah.
Been the connection. That's cost you your service, bro.
1-800s are the worst experience. Whenever I call my bank, it's like an hour.
Yeah. Now, when you get to a certain revenue level, right, you have a bank teller, which you just call right away or you text message and they have to respond right away.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
What revenue level is that?
It matters. It depends. I would say anywhere from like 10 to 15 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then when we got to that, we had a banker from PNC, we had a banker from Chase, we had a banker from all of them. And anything needs to be deposited, any issue, solved right there on the spot. I don't need to call 1-800. I don't need to go to the branch or anything like that. You know, but using that principle is how I built my companies as well. So that's how it needs to be. Even if you're a roofer, you don't need a 1-800 number. You don't need anything like that. Boom, somebody calls you, close them on the spot. You know, we have Google Maps. Just look at the roof real quick. This is how much the metrics is. Like XYZ, I'm sending the quote. Let's get this done. Boom, boom, boom. You know, whatever we've done in all of our companies, you can take those principles and apply it to even the smallest business and take it to the next level. But it's all about execution.
Yeah. How did you get good on the acquisition side? Because that's not something that's easily learned, right?
Well, yeah, it's a tough game. So you got to look a lot about numbers, analytics, and all that kind of stuff. Deal structure is big, right? And then so the way I learned it was just basically reading a lot of books, listening to a lot of podcasts, making a lot of mistakes for sure. You got to have bad deals to learn how to make good deals, right? And then even till today, we make some bad deals as well too, but we know how to switch them over to the point where it turns into a good deal, you know? And that started in e-commerce. We just started buying a lot of brands, you know, from lower brands. And then from there, we started buying more higher brands and higher brands and higher brands. And then I was like, okay, I've understand the game of mergers and acquisition now. We can go for the bigger dollars, the 100, you know, the 20 million, 30 million, 50 million, all that jazz.
Yeah.
Now we have a full team in the Philippines. All they're looking is just analyzing.
Wow.
Now we're just building an AI data analytic software just for us, where we can throw in all the data and it'll let us know if it's a good deal or not, where we're going for the next 10 years. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, dude. Sick.
And are you seeing a trend in the global market? Because US is, a lot of businesses are peaking here, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's why we pivoted 2 years ago to many different countries. You know, we're in Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Dubai, Philippines, Africa, India, Pakistan, Malaysia, Singapore. We expanded a lot. And the whole thing was basically whatever we're doing here, how can we copy paste it and do it there? So the e-commerce is everywhere. I knew it was going and our system is bulletproof, right? So we started doing that. And then we started getting into real estate. And then we started getting into AI infrastructure. And then from there, more people from those countries started bringing us projects. So like for an example, let me tell you a project in Kenya. We have a $100 million project in Kenya for fiber optics. So we're doing all the fiber optics and internet with the Kenya government for that. From there, we're like, you know what? If we do that, when we control that, we talk to the government. What about if we do quantum computing? Quantum computing is building, right? That's the next biggest thing because of AI. So now after that phase is done, the second phase is going to be quantum computing. And then from there, they want to get into aviation, right? So now we're getting heavily into aviation. So then I have connections who are, you know, one of our partners, Joseph, he's been in aviation for over 30 years, you know, training pilots, maintenance records. He knows all that stuff. He's a geek on that, right? And then my lawyer, Gary, one of my attorneys, he's big into that too. Give him a call. Hey, I'm about to buy a jet and I need you to create another company for me. He goes, well, you know, this is what I do with my partner over here. Well, let's sit down, let's talk. He came from one jet to have a private charter company and have multiple jets. From there, we're starting a commercial company in about 3 years in the U.S. To there, he's Joseph, the partner, is about to introduce us to the King of Ghana for an aviation project out there.
Wow.
From that, I'm about to introduce them to the Kenya Kenya government to do an aviation project out there, right? You see how that collaborative success works as well?
Yeah.
You know, so that's the biggest thing about a lot of business owner here is you got to have a collaborative success. But if you want to scale into other countries, that's what you got to do. So in the Philippines, same thing. I called one of my guys, Roman, and I was like, hey, bud, what do you think about doing e-commerce in the Philippines? Right. And he's like, dude, it's 10 p.m. that night. I'm about to go to sleep. You figure this shit out. You're a nut job. All right, cool. Call him the next morning. He's like, all right, I already got a team built up and everything. She's, you know, there's the woman. She used to work for Lazada. So they don't have Amazon. It's called Lazada. Right. So I was like, she's been working there. She wants to join XYZ. I'm going to, you know, she's going to run the whole show. So, okay, well, my family is well known in the Philippines. We can talk to the president, XYZ. From there, it just grew.
Wow.
Yeah. And the same thing with Dubai. When he came to Dubai, one of my guys from Pakistan, our back-end teams all in Pakistan. He calls me and goes, hey, bro, what do you think about doing e-commerce in Dubai? I'm like, okay, tell me more. You know, he tells me the whole shebang and everything. I was like, great. And then I was like, what do you need? He's like, I need capital. And then I have two people who are basically, they work for the Saudi, somebody well-known in Saudi, they're sheikhs, and they're willing to sit down and talk to you. And then from our team, 10 guys will go to Dubai. We'll have an office and start the e-commerce there. Said done. So we go, you know, we have a Zoom call with the guys and we present them everything, what we got to do, XYZ. They're like, done. What do you guys need? Well, I need to open up a company there. We don't need the funds. I just need your connections, and I need you to be on the corporation because you got to have two natives from there to open up a corporation and be very successful. It's like, done. We gave them equity. Boom. From there, just skyrocketed.
I love it.
Yeah. So that was like about 2 years ago. And we're probably about to do about, I think like 13 million there.
Jeez.
Philippines is even crazier. So we started that about 2 years ago. We started with a small little warehouse, dude, selling brooms. Right. And then now we're into a big warehouse, 2 big warehouses. And on the top is all of our offices. And then we have, I think, about like 30 or 40 employees. Some are, majority of them packers. And then we have live TikTok folks upstairs in their podcast little thing that they're doing and everything. We're probably going to do about, I think, 5 or 6 million of that.
Holy crap. That's a lot in Philippines.
I know, dude. It's crazy.
You're a billionaire out there with that money.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. And then so we have a lot of infrastructure that we're building over there too. And then when I went to go visit, we're going to go pretty soon again. I started looking at other opportunities and I'm like, dude, there's a lot of development that needs to happen in the Philippines. And that's when I was like, okay, a lot of these countries, what I'm trying to say is a lot of these countries, they're up and coming. Okay. And then you also got to understand this too, is like history repeats itself. Before the US was a superpower, what country was a superpower before that?
Was it UK?
Yes. Right. So I think it's getting to the time where what's going to be the next superpower? Yeah. I think it's going to be, you know, Saudi Arabia or you know, Abu Dhabi or, you know, Dubai, those Arab countries, because the amount of influence that they have, the amount of capital they have, the amount of speed that they have when it comes to business, all that kind of jazz, right? Yeah. So that's the reason why I wanted to put my pockets into other countries too. The other thing, what I'm thinking is we have about 800 investors, small, medium, large, right? So if they're investing there too, if God forbid something happens to the US and we have to move, you can just pick up and leave whenever you need to. You're protecting your family as well.
Safety net.
Correct. Your friends and everything. US is great. It's always going to be there. But again, it's a pivoting point. You always got to think, always got to think ahead, you know? Yeah. To see what else can we do out there.
That's how I'm going to be the greatest podcaster of all time, because I'm learning other languages. I'm learning Spanish right now. So I'm going to be filming podcasts in Spanish in other countries. And if you want to be number one, you have to be international. You can't just live in the US and film in the US.
Yeah, you can't, dude.
You got to be global.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Not even just the podcast area. I would say any business. You know, and that just opens up a lot more doors from there too.
Yeah. I'll connect you with the president of Uganda.
Done.
They're flying me out to film over there. So maybe we could do a big deal out there.
I'm down. Yeah. We'll take the plane and we'll just go out there, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sounds fun. Yeah. I've always wanted to do international business. That'll be a cool trip.
It's not easy to do international business, but once you get in the game and you understand 1 or 2 deals you've done, because you got to be obviously very careful. You got to have a very good legal team, but once you get it done, it's fun then.
Yeah, but that's how you get those crazy multiples, because in the US the markets are saturated, but if you go overseas, you get hit a 10x, right?
Yeah. The other thing is too, the USD conversion to their country, like the Philippines, it's like $1,000 here. It's like millions of dollars over there.
Damn. Yeah, I remember when I went to Jamaica when I was in high school. Yeah, I think I was a millionaire with like 100K.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you could probably live maybe 6 months, right? With that
off 100K here. Yeah, I spent 50K a month here. Not even 6 months.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, if you want to live out here, you got to be balling.
You got to at least make 6 figures minimum.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me that a lot of people, we were just in Oklahoma for this one project that we're about to start in the health business. And she was saying the median household income in and around that area was about, I think, 42,000 or 36. I think this is a ridiculous amount, like $40,000 a year.
Jeez.
I was like, how do you even survive off of that?
That's crazy.
And people are okay with that. And they think it's fine.
Damn.
Yeah.
We live in these bubbles though, you know?
Yeah.
People are normalized to that lifestyle, but there's a lot more out there.
100%. But then it's like, how do we pop that bubble is the other question too. The government's just keeping us controlled, keeping us trapped in this way to think that way. I used to think that way. When I started this whole e-commerce thing, I was like, dude, I just want to make an extra 5 to 10 grand a month and I'm freaking killing it, crushing it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, boom, you start making what, 5 or 10K a day. And then you're like making 5, 10K an hour. And then it just changes the whole spectrum. And what's the difference? It's just mindset change. Whatever took you to make the 5K a month, you can do the same thing to make it in a day or a month, a week or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, I remember in 2022 in November, I went to Phoenix, Arizona to a Grant Cardone's business boot camp. And I'm like, oh, dude, you know, I'm killing it, crushing it, everything. I'm going there just to learn more about business and everything. He says, this is where the mind shift changed. He goes, who makes about 100K a year? Everybody raises their hand. Who makes 250K a year? Everybody raises their hand. Okay, great. He said, who makes about 500K a year? You know? And I was like, I look at myself, I'm like, yeah, we do that. Okay, great. Who makes 750K? I put my hand down. He goes, who makes a million? Only a few hands. And then he goes, who makes $1 million a month? He's the only one with his hand up. I'm like, this guy makes $1 million a month. And he goes, who makes $1 million a day? Right? And his hand's up. And
No way.
I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, what is the difference between me and that guy that I'm looking at right now? Nothing. It is just lack of information. Right? What you don't know is what you don't know. You know, you only know what you know.
Yeah.
Right. So what I like to tell all my guys is imagine you close your eyes and imagine yourself with it's a dark black room. Right. And then I give you a flashlight and then you're able to, you know, do this and look around. Right. How far do you think, Sean, you're going to see?
Just the flashlight distance.
Right. What about if I give you 2 flashlights?
Farther.
What about if I give you 10?
Way farther.
50? 100? That flashlight is information. That information can be from books, podcasts, people. Your goal in life should be how many flashlights can I accumulate so I can see more of that room.
I love that.
You know?
Yeah.
That's all life is all about, bro. And that goes back to what you said. You're supposed to grow. And that's how you grow. Flashlights, information. That's
Absolutely.
it. The more information we know, the further we can get in life. And that's what that $36,000 a year gets into is just that's the only information that they know. And it goes into comfort. Their fear of taking the next step. They're okay putting 100, 200K into a 401k that's going to make them a penny a year or something like that. But they don't want to take that out and invest into something else where they can actually, let's say real estate, make money off of our return. It's a fear.
Yep. When Grant came on, he said the 401k is a scam.
It's the biggest scam ever, dude. You know how many 401ks, IRAs we roll over into our program and they're making a 10 times multiple with us? It's insane of how many millions of dollars we've done in just this year. We started that, I think like 2-3 months ago. We probably did about 10 million transfers.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, and people aim for 5-10% a year.
Yeah, we do about 60 a year.
Holy crap.
Yeah, we're giving them 60 a year. But obviously we make money on top of that too.
Yeah.
That's the whole game. We have all analytics figured out, right? But that's a shift. And then we got some deals that going on behind closed doors where basically we make 75% a month.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
See, this is what's out there though.
Exactly. But how do you know that information? So somebody who's just a normal person, right, doesn't know about money, or doesn't talk about high level wealth, doesn't talk around, they're like, oh, dude, this is a scam.
Right.
But when you're talking, shaking hands, talking to other people and all that kind of stuff, it's a bigger world out there, dude.
Absolutely.
Not everybody's there.
We've been so conditioned to get used to stock market 7% a year is amazing.
Yeah.
S&P 500, put all your money in that.
Yeah. No, that's the biggest scam, dude.
Yeah.
I've never invested in stocks. I never will. I know so many people that invest 200K, they lose it, all that kind of stuff. To me, it makes 0 sense.
I mean, by the time you invest in a stock, it's overvalued by 5-10x.
Yeah. You got to know inside trading. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, to me, it's like Elon Musk, he laughs, stock goes up. You know, Elon Musk, he
smokes weed, it goes down.
Exactly. So I have zero control of my money. So that's why I love business. I love the game of business. I can pivot. I can make the decisions. Everything's on me. That's what I love.
Is becoming a billionaire a goal for you?
I don't think to me, the money doesn't matter anymore. It's more about how I can help more people and start more other things. The challenge for me is what other bigger impacts can I do in life? You know, it's like, for an example, like you and me, we want to start a business. Okay, great. And you're like, dude, it's going to make this much a month or something like that. Yeah. Okay. But how's it going to impact so-and-so's life? You know, I'm more of on the impact side of the thing of basically, okay, whatever we do in 5 to 10 years, how long is this thing going to last? And how is it going to make human life more effective? It's health, aviation, whatever, AI, whatever it is. Dude, if you want to make money, you can have a pressure washing business making $50 million, you know, $1 billion business. But how's that really helping humans for the future?
Yeah. So you're more about impact at this stage of your career because you've made all the money, right?
Yeah, exactly. The money's there and everything. Once you become a billionaire, what's your next thing? Impact. It's always like that.
Yeah.
But why not make impact, but also make the dollars, but make it with like-minded people and help other people make money as well too. That's my goal.
Did you have a existential crisis that got you to that point?
So in 2018, when the GNCs were going down, that was my only livelihood there. I was helping out my dad and at the gas stations, and it was just more like, dude, I do not see the tunnel. I don't see myself getting ahead. You know, and then from there, you know, got into the e-commerce, started making some money from there. Like I said, originally I just wanted to make 5 or 10K a month. From there, it started going and going. And then from there, I started getting other people to invest with us. They started making money. And now we just have a big ecosystem of basically invest with us. We got all this stuff, other stuff going on. It's up to you. What do you want to invest with? We go. And the whole premise of that was basically to get people out of their comfort, you know, is when I was looking for outlook, you know, and the other thing is too, before I jump into that, my dad has a business. His business mentality is what? Work your ass off, milk the shit out of your employees, and that's it.
Yeah, old school.
Oh, just very old school. I was like, no, we got to change the narrative. It has to be different. Whoever's working for me, I need to know where they want to go, what's their personal, professional, financial goals. So they're hitting their targets. They're getting ahead in life too. If they're getting ahead, I'm definitely getting ahead. And that's what makes me happy the most too. Some of my guys, they get a McLaren, they get a Lambo or whatever it is, right? That makes me more happy than me getting the jet, me getting my car, whatever it is. Does that make sense?
No, it does. It's crazy how that works.
Right.
Like you could buy anything and you won't be as happy as if your employee gets a car for his wife or something.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's just those small little tiny things because you were part of the process. You saw them develop, you know, and then with my guys, they're working with me, but then also they're getting educated about life, about business. So then one of my friends, he was telling me, he said, why are you doing this? What about if they just took your business and ran? And I said, dude, that's perfectly fine. So what I'm trying to say is like, that's perfectly fine. But if they're not growing, I'm just making money then? What's the point? I want them to grow. If they want to leave, start their own business, go ahead.
You don't care?
I don't. There's so much money in the world to be made, bro. The way I think and process on a daily basis, if you're with me, you will see how good luck competing with me, dude. You know, think about it. E-commerce it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Now, if you started a brand new e-commerce thing going on, AI software, you bought a SaaS business, whatever it is, but we have the team, the infrastructure, the capital, everything. Good luck competing with me. I've already done the years and years of work. Yeah. Right. I have the strategies and everything put in play. But now, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just knock on my door and be like, hey, can we do something together? That's different. And just integrate with my use my infrastructure and make the top dollars with us.
Yeah. Because your network is insane too. I mean, you're tapped in with the UN. Not a lot of people could say that.
Yeah. I got into the UN, United Nations. Everybody asked me, why'd you do that? I just want to know what conversation they're having behind closed doors because that's what's going to shape the future. And I'm heavily, I want to do a lot of things for kids, man. Think about it. They're the future. Once we die, it's their livelihood and all that jazz. And then the other thing is too, what impact are you trying to make? It's the kids, man. If we can help them with education, if we can help them with better systems, better processes in the world and see basically what I'm trying to say is if you're a 14-year-old and you talk to a 14-year-old, where do you see the future in 5 to 10 years? Your perfect world, right? You're going to get some crazy ideas.
Yeah. Kids are important, man. And that's why I'm big on public school and improving that. 100%.
And that's one of my passions as well, too. Before I die, I want to create an education system where basically we have the technology, the infrastructure, everything built. And I want to go to Africa, India, Philippines, all these other countries where basically you can't have education. There's so much talent out there, Sean. It's crazy. So much talent out there, but they can't get ahead because they don't have the means to go to school. But then over here, we have free public schools and they're just talking shit. They're doing, 14 years old doing OnlyFans. For what reason?
Yeah. It's crazy. One out of 7 women in Miami do OnlyFans now.
Isn't that crazy?
Nuts. I mean, any girl you see in a high rise out there is good chance she's doing it.
Yeah.
It's sad to see.
It is. Because there's other ways to make money and all that kind of stuff, but that's the only outlook the quickest way.
Yeah. Yeah. We have this instant gratification. I think your generation was more patient.
Correct.
You know, that's the biggest change I see.
Yeah, no, it's 100% true. And it all started when Instagram had the like button, and you scroll, and then Tinder comes left, right. You can't even have a conversation nowadays. Some of these guys, they tell me all the time, like, dude, Tinder, left swipe, like. But when they get on a date, they don't even know what the hell to say.
They're just on their phones.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy, right?
We're humans. We're supposed to talk. We're supposed to collaborate.
Yeah.
So a lot of the meetings I have, I hate doing Zoom calls.
I hate Zoom. I'll cancel Zooms.
Yeah, I want to fly in. I want to see you in person. Let's have dinner. I want to get to know you in person, do the deal in person, whatever the heck it is, in person, like a human, because we're humans. We're supposed to interact. I'm supposed to see you. I'm supposed to touch your hand. I'm supposed to shake your hand, you know, all that stuff. We're humans. We're not conditioned to text, call, Zoom call.
You're big on energy, I noticed.
It's big for me, man. So again, going back to what we were talking about, the whole resume thing, the reason why I don't look at the resume is, look, you might have the right qualifications, but if your energy doesn't match my energy, you're not going to be able to work with me. If you're coming in with the dead energy and to work, you're not going to be able to work with me. Let me tell you a little story. This was probably last year. One of the guys comes into the office. What's up, bro? How you doing today? Good. And then he comes to me and says, what's up, bro? Good morning. I look at him, I'm like, okay, go outside, come back in. Right? What the heck? Goes aside, same thing. What's up, bro? What's up? Go outside, come back in. Right? He's laughing. He's like, what's going on? What did I do? Why are you trolling me? We prank all the time at work. We always have fun.
Yeah.
He's like, what's going on? And so I told the guys, I'm gonna teach him a lesson. Does it 10 times. The next, he still doesn't, we're just messing with him now for like 10, 15 minutes. We're just laughing. We're like, dude, you're an idiot at this point, right?
Yeah.
Now the second guy comes in, he's a little bit down, and I'm like, go outside, come back in. He goes outside the door, he goes, comes inside, goes, what's up, guys? You guys ready to crush it? Let's kill this damn day. Let's all energy and everything. I'm like, that's how you need to come to work every single day. Because when you're in work, bro, I want that energy. I don't give a shit what your problems is you got home. If you do got problems at home, pull me to the side, right? Let's talk about it. But if you come in with a negative energy, right, everybody else is going to say the same thing. Think about this, Sean. When you're making an omelet, you have 10 eggs. Very good, tasty omelet. You have the 11th egg is bad. The whole omelet gets messed up, right?
Yep.
You don't want that bad egg in your circle at all. You know, everybody high energy, good vibes all the time, positive mindset. Everything is solvable. That's my biggest thing. Everything is freaking solvable. There's not one issue that somebody's brought into my table that we're not able to solve altogether.
Yeah.
You just don't know the way because right now you're panicking, you're freaking out. There's always a solution.
Agreed. Sometimes that negative one is one of your top salesmen too.
Yeah. I haven't had one, but I've heard that before.
I dealt with it. It sucked.
So let me ask you this question. You have a sales guy, you have 2 sales guys, okay? And one of them, very high energy and everything, positive, very high energy, has the right standards, what you're looking for, cool guy, does less sales. You have this guy over here, very low energy, negative, but sells the most. What do you do?
I have to let the good guy go, man.
Why?
Because it affects the rest of the apples. Like I had a team of about 10 guys selling. One guy was producing probably 70, maybe even 80% of the revenue. And I had to let him go because he was just being super negative around everyone.
No, but the good guy has a good energy. This guy sells more, has bad energy, and is negative.
Yeah.
Who do you let go?
I let go of the bad energy.
There you go. You know, so going back to what I'm trying to say is sometimes the business owners, what they do is they just look at the dollars. But they don't see if you have 20 sales guys, one of the guys is doing that, but he is producing the dollars. I get that. But it's affecting all the other 19 other dudes as well too.
Yep.
If he's not being the leader and teaching the other guys how to do it and good energy and everything, you have the wrong guy. Right? Same thing with you as a CEO and a business owner in a organization. If you want to scale your business, number one tip I can ever give anyone is you're the guy who's the growth visionary strategy and you're the leader. That's it. Bro, I don't do anything in my business. I just tell them, okay, this is where we're going. And then you guys go execute. And this is the direction I want you guys to go. Right? And that's what I'm trying to say is you need to build leaders. That's it. You're not supposed to be working in the business. I did the mistake. A lot of business owners that do that. They're just working in the business. Boom, 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 boom. You're supposed to be working on the business. You got to have multiple U's. That's the only way to scale the business. So when a lot of people ask me, how are you scaling these business rapidly quick? One is action and intent. Everything I do is with full intent, 100% in, right? Number two is I'm very fast at everything. I just want to get shit done like this fast. If something's 30 days, how can we figure out a way to do 15 days? It's impossible. Dude, check this out. We're creating a tequila brand. It's called Rising Tequila.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking to the manufacturer. One of my main guys, Paul, he's the one that brought the project onto the door. He's like, I want to do tequila. I was like, let's go. The manufacturer comes up to me and he says, it's a 2-year project. I'm like, dude, you have 9 months to produce this. He's like, that's never been done. I was like, well, dude, you're not my guy then. And he's like, okay, we end the call. 2 hours there, I'm like, okay, I think I have a way how to figure this shit out. Now we're launching tequila in 9 months. And he said, dude, this has never happened, but I'm down for the challenge. Just because it's never happened doesn't mean it can't happen.
Right.
You know?
Limiting beliefs.
Exactly. But now it went from almost a year to 2 years trying to make a company to produce the alcohol, branding, label, and everything versus 9 months. How's that even possible now? Just because now you know the timeline is 9 months. I have to get this client done. We got to put all of our team into it. Let's hire more people, blah, 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 whatever it is. Let's go. Let's find a way. But let's just commit first.
Yep.
Let's get the thing going. You know?
Yeah. The example I love is the 4-minute mile. The first guy that broke it, people thought it was impossible.
Yeah.
And then the next week, 3 people got it under 4 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
You got a conference in Miami coming up, right? In August?
Yeah, we have a conference called the Domination Conference. Previous one we did was in Cabo. We had about 400 people there. Badass event. It was all inclusive. Everybody had great networking, connections, and everything. This one, we're changing it to Miami. We have about 2,000 people coming in, all business, legit business owner.
Nice.
Fantastic networking event. You go to a lot of these events, right? The random people are there. You can't have good conversation. You don't even know if you're going to network properly.
Right.
We're vetting questions before you buy the ticket.
Really?
Yes. There's a certain standard I want. You know, there's a certain industries that we're looking for. So if you're a crypto industry type of guy, sorry, you can't come.
You don't like the crypto ones?
Let me ask you this. What real skill sets do you really have that you can apply in any business?
Yeah. If you make money through crypto, usually it's luck or just right time.
Yeah. Right. So I need strategies. I need people's strategies. Right. So Sean, what strategies did he have to build this podcast magnitude? He has 11.5 million followers. What did he do? I need those people to learn from that. Right. Yeah. Number 2, on this event, what we want to do is, and then we did this phenomenal in Kabul is, and I always start this off of this is, look, I've done what I have done, right? I'm successful, but I still want to learn from you guys. So I'm going to give you guys a mic and I want you guys to participate as much as possible. I'm going to be wrong on a majority of the things. This is just from my experience, but I want to get to know your experience because I'm learning too. I literally on stage had a notebook and pen. If somebody says something I liked it, I was like, oh shit, that's good.
Wow.
On stage, bro. Never stop learning.
That's impressive.
Never stop learning. Like somebody says something, I'm like, dude, that's right.
I love that. You're good at putting your ego to the side.
You have to. You got to be humble. So all my team, my whole entire organization was there in the back, watching everything, taking notes, filling out the workbook and everything. The other thing is too, like when we're presenting, doing everything, bro, we're doing a lot of case studies. Like I asked you a case study right there. You have a sales guy and you have this sales guy. What do you do? And then we debate. We all debate together. You know, there's 3 mics around and that's what I want. And that's how we come up with better, you know, that creativity. Your mind starts opening up. It's not like, hey, do this, right? Well, this is what I've done in my career. Okay. Now we have AI, we have case studies that I've created from my experience, from other experiences and everything. Now I want you guys to talk and let's all debate together, right? Because there's not one way to do business. Yeah. 2 + 2 = 4. But 5 + 5 - 1 = 4 as well, right? 4 × 1 also = 4, right? How? There's 3 ways.
I love that because a lot of people are scared to debate these days.
Yeah.
But you're providing a comfortable environment for people to speak their mind.
That's the only way to grow, bro. It's a non-judgment. So we're creating this business thing. We're completely changing it where it's not like you just listen to somebody freaking talk. No, you're listening to me. I'm just sitting in the stage in the narrative and we're all working together. Yeah. And then we got top speakers coming in, like for an example, like Brad Lee's coming in. Nice. We got Tony Robbins we're talking to with RFK, all these guys in there. And then on top of that, if you get the CEO ticket, there's special perks to it. We'll take you out to a special dinner. You get to spend time with me and some of my top business guys and ask panels of better questions, like for an example, with the whole tariff thing, How did you navigate that since you're in e-commerce?
Hmm.
Boom, boom. You ask me the question. Taxes, this, that, yada, yada, yada. How can I do this? How can I do that? You know?
Yeah.
And then just to get the CEO ticket, there's a special qualification you have to even be. You don't even have to have the money. We don't care about the money. You have to have a specific qualification to even qualify to even buy the ticket.
Damn.
For the CEO ticket.
I've never seen a conference do that.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, bro. All my conferences, they're gonna be crazy. It's vetted people, right? So very high standard vetted people, legit business owners. Number 2, it's not a hype type of thing. I don't like that stuff. Number 3, you'll network with very top end people, right? And number 4, we're gonna have a good time. I'm all about it having a good time, high energy. And our couple thing, we had like fireworks, dancers every single time when a breakout session was happening, music playing in the back and everything.
Love it.
We're gonna bring that whole entire thing again. So it's all about business, networking, and having fun together. That's what I'm trying to promote, bro.
When you're having fun, that's when the best conversations happen too.
All day. Me, my guys, we always travel. We're traveling. We're closing deals. But after we're done with that, we're all in Airbnb, smoking a cigar, having a good time. Even if we're having a good time, we're in a jacuzzi or in a pool. We're still talking about business. We're still having conversations about that. You know,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. But then sometimes, like when you're, when like you and I were doing this podcast thing, right? But then when behind closed doors, we might have a different, more in-depth conversation.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Even before this, we were
having a before conversation. You were asking about the whole health thing and everything, and I kind of broke it down. You go, oh shit, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But you got to have fun, man. Life is too short to not to have fun.
Absolutely. You mix friendship and business, huh?
I know how to do that, but there's a fine line you have to put. When work needs to get work done, you got to know your boundaries, bro.
Right.
That's
important. People don't have those
100%.
boundaries.
100%. You got to know when to put the foot down.
Do you find yourself not being as strict, I guess, with your friends? Like,
no, everybody knows how I am. Everybody knows how I am. When it's time to have fun, let all go. Right? There's been times when we're having fun, but then it's boom, time to give back work right instantly. Boom, everybody knows.
I love that.
And then they know I'm going to chew them out. If they don't.
You got good guys around you, man. Some guys take it personal, and then it messes up the friendship.
Don't be with me. Don't be with me. I'm like I said, I'm very fast. I'm very aggressive. We'll have fun. We'll make a lot of money and everything. There's a book. There's a paper that I have. There are 10 standards before you work for me or do business with me or even become friends with me. Right? There's different standards. There's the friendship standards, right? So the type of friends I'm looking for. Boom. You got to do. For business, you got to, boom, 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 boom. This is what I'm looking for. And I tell them straight up, hey guys, before we work into this deal and everything, I just want to present you guys this. And they're like, what is this?
Wow.
These are my 10 standards of business of how I do business. Number 1, trust is the number 1 thing. I keep everything transparent. You ask me everything when it comes to business, right? And that vice versa. Number 2, if you're here with me on my tops, you better be there with me on the bottom. Okay. Number 3, communication has to be all in together. So if there's 5 partners, it can't be you and me having a conversation. The other 3 people are not into that conversation of the business. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It has to be all together. Everybody, it can't be he said, who say shit. It has to be all together in person. Number 4, there's conversations that happen behind closed doors. They need to stay behind closed doors. If somebody finds out somebody had a conversation with somebody else that you're not supposed to have it, sorry, we're done doing the deal.
Damn.
I'll write the check, you're out. Seriously, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, bro, to grow your organization, you have to have those standards. And that's how you vet people, your partnership too. And you'll find the right partnerships that way too. Sometimes, yeah, they'll lie to you and stuff like that, but they'll come out like this. Same thing with your friends. You watch sports. Yes, I do. How often do you watch sports? Every single day. Sorry, I can't be your friend.
I love that.
Why is that? To me, it's like sports are great, dude, but you're spending hours and hours and hours of time doing what?
Yeah.
You're not getting ahead in life. The second is like, how many books do you read? I don't read.
I like that one.
Sorry, get out of here. Number 3, who's your biggest influencer? Okay, it's XYZ. Tony, let's just say Tom Brady. Great. Why? Is it because of football is? Because of the football way? Or is it because of the way he does things in life? There's a difference on that.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Yeah, are you a fan or are you actually implementing his mindset?
Thank you. Yes. Big difference. And he's a sharp guy.
I just saw him on a pod. He's different.
I saw him at an event we went to for a business conference. He was there.
Was that PBD's event?
PBD's and Grant's.
Yeah, I saw that speech.
Yeah. Phenomenal guy. We're trying to get him to ours too. Phenomenal guy. Very good interviewer. Everything he's been through. Mike Tyson, same thing.
I'll set it up for you. The owner of this vodka brand is Julian Edelman. So I'll set that up for you.
Yeah, let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Yeah. Phenomenal dude. But all that kind of stuff matters, dude. You know, like, just, if you don't have your standards, you're not gonna find the right people in your life. And like they say, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. I'm a big believer in that, dude.
It's such facts.
Yeah. Same thing with business too. You know, show me your partnerships and I'll show you exactly where your business is going to go.
Yep.
You know,
People overthink it, man.
Yeah.
Like you just surround yourself with the right people.
It changes everything. Everything.
Yeah. Well, dude, we'll link the conference below. We'll link your social media. Anything else you want to close off with? This was awesome.
Whatever you want us to talk about, man. I'm good.
I feel like you spoke some bars. We'll film a part 2 in Miami.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
I'll try to come out for the conference too.
Yeah,
August
I'd love
7th
to.
and 9th.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9 August in Miami in the Found Blue. It's gonna be a sick ass event. 2-day event, sessions, breakout sessions, Q&As, bunch of different things.
Hell yeah. Thanks for coming on, man. That was fun.
Likewise. Thanks, Sean.
Check them out, guys. See you next time.